What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of eBay Business Owners. I'm Chris, Daily Refinement, formerly 10K on the Bay. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to give you guys 4 awesome tips, and I'm going to do a store review at the end. So I'm going to change the format a little bit, and I'm going to do a store review every single day after my daily tips. Now, I don't want you guys to watch my channel and just listen to it as background noise. I'd actually like you to take the tips that I give you at the beginning of the show. If you like them, you can pause the show and go implement that in your store. Instead of just listening to me, you can actually implement stuff in your store. I want you guys to actually use this and let me know if it's useful or not. Please like the video and put in the comment section if it's working out for you or not. If you don't like it, just let me know so I can give you guys the best feedback. Okay, I'm going to get into my first tip, which is, for me personally, crisp short titles have been working better than the full long title. This is an example right now. Hopefully, if you guys can see the chat, let me know. See the screen. If not, let me know in the chat so I can fix it. But you can see right here, it's Timberland Men's Work Pro Black Boots 5.5. That's the size. W is the width. I actually normally put a space between 5.5 and W, but in this case I didn't. But I want you guys to take a look at your current sold, right? And then actually search for that title in Google. So one thing that I do, I'm going to show you guys how to hide your sold in this video, because that way you can get an idea. Of why I'm doing this, because this listing is actually still active on the internet, but you can't buy it because there's a quantity of 0. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that in just a second. So I'm taking this title, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it into Google and see where it ranks, right? So go ahead and put it in here. You can see the first photos that pop up are all stock photos, right? So I'm going to click on shopping and get into it so I can see. Okay, you can see on the bottom right here, this is actually my listing. You can see this listing is relatively old because it still has my old username, which is the Loki Husky. I choose to do the white background so that it looks like a stock photo. It's not quite perfectly white. You can see there's some shadow underneath my shoe, but people still may click on it. But you can see I rank relatively well on this page. So it's important to see where you rank, because that way you can adjust and make your titles better. So I have seen, for me, I rank higher when I use a shorter title. That's why I'm moving more towards that. So let me give you guys an idea of how you can hide your solds. And what I mean by that is, as you'll see later in the video when I review Maya's store, when you click the solds, you can kind of guess what their sell-through rate is. But for me, the way you're going to have to guess my sell-through rate is by looking at the feedback, because you won't be able to tell. So as you can see here, these are some of my sales, and you can see how it looks like I made no sales between April 25th and May 1st, and then no sales between April 22nd and 25th. If you look at my sold listings, it'll show 272 listings sold in the last 90 days, but I actually sold 1,600 items the last 90 days, but they're all hidden, because when the multiple quantity hits 0 and I delete that listing, you guys can't really see it. You're gonna have to go back through my feedback one by one to figure it out what I'm selling. Now, I'm just doing that to kind of throw people off copying my store identically, but I am trying to be more transparent. So you could figure it out if you want to spend the time. And as I know with pretty much everything, 99% of people never do anything. They just listen to you and never implement anything. So how do you get to the hide sold section? I actually made a short link for you guys, which is bit.ly/hide solds. Okay, that's going to take you into your hide sold. It's going to take you into your eBay preferences. Okay, so once you go into your eBay preferences, you're going to click on this very first one, which is show, and click this box. If you click this box right here, people will not be able to search your sold. You can go in there and then basically hide what you're doing for the most part. As you can see here on mine, it shows I only sold about 50 items, which is weird because I had 100 feedback in the last 30 days, right? So 100 feedback for 50 sold doesn't make sense, but that's because I hide my solds. You can do that. I made that bit.ly link easier for you guys. So just bit.ly/hide solds will bring you to your screen. You're gonna have to log in. It's not like spam. It's literally just this link. If you don't believe me, then just type this link into your browser and then look into your own store. But it's in the site preferences. When you hide your solds, you're gonna throw your competition off. Okay. Next thing is, make sure you guys use multiple platforms. Each time you pick a new platform, it's going to strengthen your original platform. right? The average sell-through rate on eBay is only 5%. It's pretty poor. I review stores all the time, and I'll give you an example of 5% sell-through store is the store we review today, which is Maya's store, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by the average store. I am aiming for 5% weekly sell-through rate, which is about 4 to 5 times faster than that. And I'll give you guys my best tip. Hopefully, you guys are listening right now. The top tip I can give you right now, and this has been killing it for me, is I want you to adjust 1/30th of your listings every day. Okay, 1/30th though. I want you to go in and actually change the listing on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, whatever. Go in there, adjust the title, make the title better, crisper, shorter, make the pricing more accurate, right? If the market's 500 and you're asking 510, you're never going to sell your item. Go in there and market at 499 or right at least at market. Don't price your items above market. The reason why I say that is because as each day goes by, I don't believe the competition gets weaker. I don't believe that. I believe the competition gets stiffer. So you need to be improving your listings every single month, or you're going to lose to people like me who change them. I do more than 1/30th of my listings every day, but I'm just saying a minimum of 1/30th of your listings every day. It means over the course of a month, you'll have edited every single one of your listings. That should give you a boost and re-index you. Also, if you're using Poshmark and you do that, it will re-show your listing to the top of just shared. On eBay, it should move you closer to the top of best match if you actually improve your listing. There are people who just go in and reduce their prices by $1. Tomorrow, they increase their prices by $1. I don't recommend doing that because you're not actually making the listing better. You're just trying to game the system, and their algorithm is designed to prevent people from gaming the system. So now let's get straight into the review, which is Maya's store. Maya's store is I get paid in shoes. Maya's super cool. She's actually staying at the eBay house at eBay Open. Hopefully you guys are going to stop by. I am doing a live event on Friday at the Blind Center. I'll post that information shortly so you guys can go, and that's going to be something that's free to the public. I just ask that you donate at least $10 to that charity. It's going to be a 100% charity-based event. Not going to cost any money, so you guys can come if you want, but it's part of my new eBay business owners meetup group. So I'm going to be doing events across the country. They're going to be free because a lot of people can't afford events. So it's fine. I'm just going to do them for free, meet up with people, see what they're working on. And that's going to be the next thing. Okay, so let's get into Maya's store. She has 583 items and only 111 in sold. So how you figure that out is you go down and you click on the sold section. It says 114. Oh, it was actually 111 earlier. So this is one of those weird glitches that when you refresh, sometimes it adjusts the number. Let me see if it'll do it. Okay, it's not, but sometimes when you refresh, it'll toggle between 60 days and 90 days for some reason, but it's 114 right now. That's about a 6% sell-through rate. So guys, this is a normal eBay store. She has 500 items and she sells probably 30 to 40 a month. You need to adjust your store so that you can move faster. And rarely do I see stores that are these one-off stores that sell more than 5% a week, meaning she would be selling 3 to 4 times faster than she is right now. So let's get straight into it. The main issue with Maya's store is pricing. It's very, very expensive stuff. Really, really good, high quality, high ASP items. You'll see here a lot of items over $40, a lot of items over $60. Very, very quality, high-end items in her store. Now, I recommend if you're going to do this, if you're going to have a high-end one-off store, you need to get to at least 1,000 items before you get consistent sales. And that's because a lot less people can buy expensive stuff. If you look at eBay, I reviewed the top 100 stores, but I'm about to do that again. Most of the stuff they sell is under $20, free shipping, free returns. And a lot of it is brand new. So you're competing against people who are selling generic stuff for $20, free shipping, free returns. You're trying to sell something used for $20, $30 that people don't understand the commission. You're not offering free returns. You're not offering free shipping. It's really hard to compete against people like that, right? So here Maya is not offering free shipping or free returns. This is one of those situations where I recommend you at least offer one of those two. Let's take a look at this Eaton listing real quick. I will say right off the bat, I was looking at the shipping and sometimes it's a little bit weird. $670 here, but for this blazer, it's $1730. So I don't know if that's because she's shipping in a large flat rate box, but I think that's a little high. You should be able to get these into a a padded flat rate envelope. So I just think it's important, Maya, to make sure that your shipping is as competitive as possible, because on this kind of stuff, there's so many Canali blazers. You have to just really be on point with your pricing. I also think this is priced way too high. Market wise, I don't think I'd ask over $100 for this, just for me, based on what in my experience with selling cannoli. But you should be in there adjusting. I would, according to what I just told you guys, about 20 listings a day. Mine should go in and adjust 20 listings a day, and over the course of a month, she'll do 600, and she'll be able to do her entire store. And I recommend you do like from high to low or low to high. High to low is actually better because you want to work on your more expensive items better because you're going to use that for cash flow. Okay. So that being said, let's take a look at her handling time, standard shipping, have to offer priority shipping, and ideally one day shipping. And the reason is because you're in such a competitive space. You're trying to stand out. You want to get the top rated button. You want to get fast shipping. You want to get into the guaranteed shipping program. All this stuff is super important. You're going to have to increase your stores, guys. eBay is moving towards free returns, and I was mistaken. I thought that you could get away with it by charging shipping and then doing free returns, and then that way you only eat shipping one way. They're not going to allow that anymore. They're going to change it, so you have to eat shipping both ways. So guys, if you want to continue to sell on eBay, please start doing a little bit larger of a volume so you can afford to eat some of these costs. Otherwise, you're going to get destroyed. So got to do more volume. Got to move with the changes. And also, guys, one more thing I have to say is I would prefer to sell 100% of my stuff on eBay and not use other platforms. Okay, because eBay is the cheapest. eBay has the cheapest fees, and it's really difficult to use. So I want to get into it and get in early and just establish myself and just stick there because the fees are cheaper. Like it's like 7% cheaper when I do all the math compared to other platforms. I really wish I could do all my business on eBay, but again, can't rely on eBay, can't rely on everybody, anyone. Just make sure that you cover yourself by doing more platforms. But again, eBay is the cheapest. Okay, I'm gonna go down to some of these bullet point or some of these listings to show you guys something. I think this is the one that I was looking at. Okay, try not to use paragraphs in the description or this highlighted. Try to just do bullet points that are easier to read because this is a little bit hard to read for me. Let's see. Photography wise, I prefer white background because you guys saw on the Google search. I use white background because I want to show up in the Google ranking and I want to look like a store. That's why I do that. It's also easier because all my photos look exactly the same. It's much easier to train somebody else to do it. And I recommend, for the love of all that is holy, that you guys get some help. Life is too short to do everything by yourself. Just please try to get some help. Try to get your processes clean enough so that you can do things on your own. Let's see here. I think that's it. Guys, I have 4 more reviews to do. I'm going to upload all of them in one video. And then after that, later tonight, after that, I'm going to do one review every single day on top of my tips. So everyone have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Peace.